Hello, this is Priscilla, and welcome to Verbling. I will be with you for the next hour, and it will be our conversational hour. Within this conversational hour, we will engage in conversation, dialogue, build a vocabulary, listen to the ups and downs of the way that I speak and the way I would like for you to speak as you're reading, and the inflections that you will use when you're talking. So, welcome to our session today, and it is Shark Attack. I'm going to pull in our lesson for today. And here is our lesson for today. Natalia, welcome back, Natalia, and welcome, Jade.
Hello. Hey.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I don't think I've met you, Jade. Have I met you before?
Um, Sorry, no, this is
Okay.
my first time attending y'all.
Okay, fantastic. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. So, where are you calling in from today,
Uh,
Jade?
Sorry.
Where are you calling from? What country are you calling in from today?
Oh, okay. That's the first time I heard this kind of question. Calling.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, this is the internet, so we're calling in like hello. So you're
Uh,
calling in, although you're not calling in on the telephone, you are calling in on the internet. So I say, what country are you calling in from today? So where are you calling in from today?
Sweden.
Okay. And I might say, where are you connecting with me from? So
Uh-huh.
you're in Sweden. Very nice. What time is it for you?
Morning, 8 a.m.
Okay, great. Well, say hello to Natalia. Natalia was with me just an hour ago, and I hope that she enjoyed the class, and I hope that you will enjoy this one. So, Natalia, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, thanks. And Helio, thank you for joining me again. I hope that you will enjoy this session as well. Would you like to say hello, Helio?
Hello.
Okay, fantastic. All right, we're all here, and we're going to start our lesson for today. The first thing I want us to do is to have a dialogue, and there are three of us, so this will be just perfect. We will have this dialogue once again, but for now, we'll do it first. So this is what I'd like to ask each of you to do, and I'll tell you who will be who. Let's see. Julio can be Jim. Jim. And Natalia can be Thinh, Thinh. And there's another person, I think, Lan. And Lan can be, let's see, Jade. All right, so why don't you all start this dialogue? I would like for you to try and sound as natural as possible. Try not to sound as if you're reading. Okay, everybody know who they are?
Okay.
All right, so let's see, I'm going to change that so I can see it here. All right, when you're ready, you may start.
What happened to that guy surfing?
Well, I know these are the waves of Santa Barbara.
Yeah, so what happened?
These waves were most 3 feet high, and everyone was having fun.
Then we heard this lady yelling, "Shark! Shark!"
I yelling for something. I called 911.
I saw the helicopter coming.
Did you guys get a chance to look at the guy's leg?
My mom works at General Hospital. I'll call her and see if she can tell me anything.
Anything? Where? That was pure girl. How that guy hopped from the helicopter. I think I might want to be a paramedic one day.
I'm sure glad I was not surfing today.
If my surfing board was not in the shop, I would have been in the water. Why that could have been. I hope that guy will be okay.
Shh, shh. I've got my mom on the phone. Okay, Mom, thanks. I'll let everyone know.
What did she say?
Hold your horse. Give him a minute.
Okay, my mom said that the surfer will survive. He's now resting and he's in fair condition.
Okay, good. Let's do this once more, and I am going to be Jim. I want Lan to be TH Thin, and Natalia, I want you to be Jade. Okay?
Okay. Oh.
All right.
No, Jade is a student here.
Oh, wait a minute. So Natalia needs to be, which one were you? Well, who's left? Jim, Thin, and Lan. Is it Lan? Is it Lan? No, that's wrong. No, it's not Lan. I think I'm trying to get over here and make equal. How am I going? Well, you know the next person. It's going to be Natalia. You're going to be whatever's left. Whatever's left. Lan. No, it's not Lan because Lan is here. Lan, Jim. I'm Jim. And there was someone else. Wasn't that three? There were three. Lan. Oh, there it is. It's Thin. It's this one. It's this. TH. Well, I know I got it wrong. Jade equals THINH. And then Lan is going to be no, there's no Lan. Who's the person? What's the name? Whose name?
Nancy, Jim.
Okay, I got Jim, Jade, and Natalia. It's Natalia. Natalia, help me out. Help me out, girlfriend. Natalia. Okay, so I still have them backwards. Anyway, you got the idea now? Okay, I'm going to be Jim. Thin is Jade. Jade,
Yes.
you're thin.
Yes.
Okay.
What happened to that guy surfing?
Well, you know these are the waves of Santa Barbara.
Yeah, so what happened?
Those waves were almost 3 feet high, and everyone was having fun.
Then we heard this lady yelling, "Shark! Shark!"
Am I Jim? I yelled for someone to call 911.
I saw the helicopter coming.
Did you guys get a chance to look at that guy's leg?
My mom works at a general hospital. I'll call her and see if she can tell me anything.
That was pretty cool how that guy hopped from the helicopter. I think I might want to be a paramedic one day.
I'm sure glad I was not surfing today.
If my surfing board was not in the shop, I would have been in the water. Why, that could have been me. I hope that guy will be okay.
Shh, shh. I've got my mom on the phone. Okay, Mom, thanks. I'll let everyone know.
What did she say?
Hold your horses. Give him a minute.
Okay, my mom said that the surfer will survive. He is now resting and he is in fair condition.
Very good. Okay, so that was a dialogue. Now let's find out what this dialogue is about. So we're going to go back up, and I'm going to read this story, and I want you to listen to the way that I read. Listen to the way that I pause at commas and come to a complete stop at a period. Shark attack. It was a hot, sunny day. The waves off Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. One surfer started yelling. Surfers on the beach saw him swinging his arms. He went under water. Then he came back up, shouting for help. He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under. 4 surfers hopped onto their boards and swam rapidly out to the surfer. By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24-year-old man was groaning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on a board and paddled back to shore. I don't think he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at that leg. A helicopter arrived shortly afterwards. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They thanked the surfers and the woman for their aid and put the man into the chopper. A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boards. All right. Are there questions about what I read? Anyone? Does anyone have any questions about what I read? Everything understood?
Yes.
Okay. So now
Yes.
we're going to read the story ourselves. So we will start with Helio. Could you read for us, Helio?
Okay. It was a hot sunny day. The waves of Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. One surfer started wailing. Surfer on the beach saw him swing his arm. He went underwater. Then he come back shouting for help.
Okay. It was a hot, sunny day. The waves off Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. One surfer started yelling. Can you say the word yelling, Helia?
Yelling, ah!
Yes, yes, yelling. Surfers on the beach saw him swinging. Swinging. Can you say swinging?
Swinging is shake your hand.
That is correct. Shaking his arms and hands. He went underwater. Then he came. Can you say came?
I know bring it's the same ring.
To come up, to move up, or to come towards. Back up, shouting, and the word shouting.
I don't know what it means shouting.
Shouting and yelling are pretty much the same. Shouting and yelling, it's pretty much the same. So he was shouting is the same as yelling.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what he was doing. All right.
Okay.
Now what I'd like for you to do, Helio, is to summarize what you just read. Just what you just read. Summarize that for me. Summarize what you read.
I could understand. Summarize. What did you say?
So tell me about two or three things about what you read.
When you were yelling, I forgot everything what you read. But if I remember, the storm was arriving, and the surfer yelling for help, and
one more thing.
The wave is big. I don't remember.
Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Okay, Natalia.
He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again the surfer went under. 4 surfers hopped onto their boards and swam rapidly out to the surfer.
Okay, good. Now, let's see. He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under. 4 surfers hopped onto their boards. Can you pronounce the word boards?
Boards.
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 Okay, that word is bow. Ards. Let's see. Boards. 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 Again?
Boards.
Good. And swam rapidly. The boards are just skateboards, surfing boards.
The surfing boards.
Can you summarize this for me? Can you summarize what you just read for me?
Okay. A woman on the shore said the surfer was in big trouble and she called 911. all people didn't see a shark, but they saw that the surfers shouting and fighting with the shark, and some surfers um,
Good.
took their boats and swam to him.
Okay, that's good. All right, Jade. And let's see. Jade, could you read for us?
Yes. By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24-year-old man was grinning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on board and paddled back to shore.
Okay, good. By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24-year-old man was groaning. Can you say groaning? Groaning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on a board and paddled back to shore. Okay, can you summarize that for me?
A 24-year-old man was groaning in pain because of he attacked by a shark. And another surfers rescued him and paddled him back to the shore.
Okay, that's good.
This man is still alive, even though he attacked by a shark. The man still alive. Lives even though.
Very nice. All right, Helio, could you read for us?
Okay. I don't think he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at the leg. Helicopter arrived shortly afterward. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They thanked the surfer and the woman for their aid and put the man into the chopper.
Okay. I don't think he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at that leg. A helicopter arrived shortly afterwards. Paramedics hopped. Can you say hopped? Hopped out and examined the victim. Victim. Can you say victim?
Victim. How can I say?
It's
Victim.
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 Yeah. They thanked the surfers and the woman for their aid and put the man on the chopper. Okay.
I don't know what it means aid. What means aid?
The word aid means to help. Aid. Like when you go to the doctor's office, you have an aide. Like the nurse's aide. Aid means to assist.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Can you summarize what you read for us?
And I think that let me see. Just and have a something see what happened, and helicopter arrive and paramedic coming to see the victim and the medic put a man in the chopper. I don't know what it means, chopper.
Okay. Put the man in the chopper. And this is a chopper. Okay, let's see. Insert shapes. This is a chopper. You see this? This is a helicopter. A helicopter. Yeah, helicopter is the same as a chopper.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And when we talk about the guy in the wetsuit, this is a wetsuit. This black thing this guy is wearing, it's called a wetsuit. It's made out of rubber. Perhaps you've seen this, the surfers have it. Surfers wear a wetsuit. This black thing, his black clothing is called a wetsuit. Okay?
Okay.
And okay, so the medical people put the man in the chopper. Okay, good. Thank you, Helia. Natalia?
A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do, and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boats.
Boards. Okay. A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boards. Can you say the word boards?
Boats.
Boards.
Boats.
Boards. That word is boards. Let's see. Boards. This word is boards.
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 Yeah, very good. Very good, Helio. Boards.
Boards.
Yes, boards. Okay. All right. Can you summarize what you read for us, please?
The surfer was no, the surfer feel good, and he didn't die, but another surfers were on their boards because the waves were still high.
Okay. Any questions about anything that you read? Anyone?
I have a question. Can you down?
Okay, go back to where Natalia was reading. Okay.
No. Oh, can you? Yes. No, is survival condition. No, before a little before.
Well, we're going to go back and read it. You can tell it to me here. So why don't you start reading? You'll read the entire thing for me. Helio, please read for me. Shark attack. Read here, Helio. Helio?
Wait. Hello.
Yes, I want you to read, and then when you have your question, tell me where you are. Read for me.
Shark attack.
Continue.
It was a large sunny day. The rays of Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then they fun and one surfer started yelling. Surfer on the beach saw him swing his arms. He went under white. What means under what? Water?
Okay, underwater means that You see this shark right here? This man is fighting? The shark
Okay.
is going to take him underwater.
Okay.
He's going to take him underneath the water and try to drown him, I think. That's what the
Okay.
shark is going to try and do. That's what underwater means.
Okay.
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 Continue reading.
And then he came back up, shout for help. He was a big
Okay. Now
trouble,
there's a shouting. It's shouting. Shout.
shouting,
Mm-hmm.
shouting for help.
Good.
He was in big trouble, said on woman on shore. One shore, what means one shore?
That's onshore, said one woman onshore. This lady is standing on the shore of the beach. You know, this is the shore. You see this
Ah,
sand? You see the sand right here?
I
There's a
know,
lake. Okay.
I know what it meant.
Okay,
Shore,
onshore. Onshore.
on shore. Uh, on shore. He called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under, for surfer
Has hopped. Hopped.
hopped. What it means hopped?
You see this helicopter here?
Yeah.
So when people jumped out of it, they hopped out. When they jump
O-
out of the helicopter, that's hopping. They hopped out of the helicopter.
Okay, I understood.
Okay.
Hopped, hopped under. They board and swam happily out of the surfer.
That's
Ra-
rapidly out to the surfer.
rapidly out to the surfer.
Hmm.
By the time they got to him, he was along the dock, had given up on the taste of the rubber. I don't know what it means. The taste of the rubber. West Street. Street is the T-shirt.
Okay. Well, it's a complete suit. It's the top and bottom.
I
And
understood now.
this shark has bit him, and he's only tasting the rubber. The shark is tasting this rubber suit.
No,
So the shark is,
understood.
so he stopped chewing.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Where uh, and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24 years old man was growing in pain, but he was still alive. The surfer put him on a board and paddled back to shore. "I don't think he is going to make," said someone on the beach. Long, look at the lad. The helicopter arrived shortly afterward. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They uh, thank, thanking the surfer and the woman for
This word is
the
hop. This word is hopped. This
this
word is
were
hop.
hopped hopped. Paramedics
Good.
hopped out, examined the victim. They takes the surfer and the woman for the ad and put the man into the chopper. A hospital spokesman said in an hour later that the surfer would survive, and he was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do, and because the waves were still good, most the surfers were out on their boards.
Okay, great. Now this word is thanked. Thanked. Thanked.
Thanked
Mm-hmm. And
and
this word is aid.
aid.
Aid. Good. All right. Now, did you understand everything that you read?
Okay, now understood.
Did you understand all, Helia?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, Natalia, would you read for us, please? Shark Attack. Natalia.
Teacher, I'm sorry, I have to go to my work, so I should say goodbye. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Jade, could you read for us then? Jade?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, could you read for us?
Yes, shark attack. It was a hot, sunny day. The waves off Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. When Surfer started yelling, surfers on the beach saw him swimming his arms. He went underwater. Then he came back up, shouting for help. He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not. Could you please move the roll?
Yeah. Okay. Oops, I gotta find it. Let's see. Where's my little story? Okay. That one. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under. Four surfers hopped onto their boards and swam rapidly out to the surfer. By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24-year-old man was groaning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on board and paddled back to shore. I don't think he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at that leg. A helicopter arrived shortly afterwards. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They thanked the surfers and the woman for their aid, and put the man into the chopper. A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boards.
Okay. And this word is victim. Can you say victim?
Victim.
Good. And
Victim. This I is pronounced victim.
victim. Victim.
Victim.
Victim. Good.
Victim.
Okay, very nicely done. All right, so now here's our challenge. Here are our challenge words for today. We will add, no, I won't add any words to it today. So what we're going to do now, Jade, is take a look at all of the words that are here. All of these words are in our story.
Yes.
All of these words are in the story. We will retell the story. We can add more to the story than what was there, or we can leave a lot out that was in the story. But we need to use all of these words. And I will do the first telling of the story so you get the idea of how to do it. I'm sure Helio understands because we just did something similar to this a moment ago.
Okay.
Okay, so would you like to give her a word? Let's do that. Let's add, give me a word, Helio, give me a word.
Beach.
Bed.
No,
okay.
Beach.
Oh, beach.
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 I don't know what.
Like the water beach?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah. And Jade, give me a word that's not in the story.
Not in the story.
Yes, that's not in the story. Helio, I want a word that's not in the story that doesn't relate to the water. Give me another.
Other. And kids.
Okay. Kids. Is that the one?
Murky.
Spell it for me.
Murky.
I don't hear it though. Morton.
Murky. M-U-R-K-Y. Murky.
Murky. Okay, murky.
Don't be murky.
Is that the right word?
Yes.
Okay, murky. Okay, and I think murky means dull and you can't see through it. Dark. Yeah. Okay, good. And I'm going to put in for my word as apron. Apron. My word is apron.
Okay. This woman or man wear this one cooking.
Yes, when we're cooking. Exactly. That's what we wear when we're cooking. Good. All right. So I'm not moving my lines over. All right. So wait. Okay, come on, Priscilla. All right, let's do it.
Take your time.
Okay, I was trying to get all of them so I could see them, but not too small. And this column was not moving over. There. Oops. There. All right, so I'm going to use all of these words as I tell my story. And this one is paramedic. Somewhere this word is paramedic. Where did my... I still want to be able to see it. All right. In December 2004, I had the opportunity to hop onto an airplane to visit my grandmother that lived in the South Pacific. While visiting with my grandmother in the South Pacific, she asked me if I would like to go to the beach. And I said to my grandmother, of course I would love to go to the beach. The best way to get to the beach was to get onto a chopper. Once we were on the chopper, I looked into the murky waters below. The murky waters, in the distance, I could see that there was a shark in the murky water. I knew it was a shark because I could see his tail. Also, I saw what was considered a victim being chewed by the shark. I started to yell to the pilot, "Help! Help that surfer!" And the helicopter quickly set his helicopter down. The helicopter pilot quickly set his chopper down on the beach, on the shores of the beach, and I jumped out. When I jumped out, I ran the distance to see if I could help the surfer. The surfer looks like he will survive. Then I realized it's just a kid. The paramedic told me that I had done a wonderful thing by jumping from the helicopter to assist the kid. In this storm, there's no telling what might happen. I examined my clothing, and I thought I was so bloody and messy. It was fortunate that there was an apron in the chopper. I looked back at the kid. He was groaning. I took my paddle and gave it to him and said, "Young man, you are a brave soul. Now stop yelling." So that's my story. All right, the goal for this activity, Jade, is for you to constantly think and talk. The story doesn't have to make so much sense, but if you need to, you can refer back to the story of the surfer as you create your story. I want you to use all the words, and we will both give you a word to add to your story.
Oh, wow, that's a big challenge.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the word purpose. And Helia will give you a word. What word would you give, Helia?
Word boat.
Spell it for me.
Boat.
Boat. Okay.
Yeah.
And what word would you give yourself, Jade?
Okay. Boat, purpose, boat. Let me see. Oh, wow. I need to make up my story, so I need
Okay,
one word.
okay, well, let's just go ahead and get started with your story because we may run out of time. All right, you may start when you're ready.
Okay, I give one word, bend, B-E-N-D, bend my title.
Good, Ben. Fantastic.
Okay.
Mhm.
One day, I swimming on the beach. I swimming, and then I rest on the beach. Swimming first. One day I went to swim, and I rest on the beach. My purpose is to survive in the sea. Survive in the sea, and suddenly, the Pacific storm is coming.
Good.
Pacific coming. I started yelling.
Okay.
Meanwhile, a boat failed in the sea, and the driver was attacked by a shark. Shark, and I tried to save him, and I bend my body to try to reach him, but I couldn't. Then I called 911, and a paramedic with a helicopter coming rapidly afterwards. The paramedic helped out and saved this man, this victim.
That's good.
And they paddled to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the end, this man is survived.
That's great. You're doing good.
Thank you. So big challenge for me. Okay. Granny. This victim is Granny on the beach. Granny. Yeah, Granny. So I think that's all.
Okay. Did you do chopper and distance?
No, chopper distance, no. Examiner, I can use this a paramedical start to examine this victim.
Mm-hmm.
Examiner.
Okay, good.
The chopper is a helicopter, right?
Yes, it is. Uh-huh.
Hey, chopper is why is this a different name? Helicopter, chopper.
Oh, it's just the way you just want to call it. It's the same.
It's the same.
Mm-hmm, it's the same. Use
Okay.
these two. Use these two.
Distant. Wow.
Okay. Well, just say the word storm. Just say the word storm.
Storm.
Okay, because we're actually running out of time. Okay, Helio, I'm going to give you the word apple. Give me a word, Helio, and give me a word.
Onion.
And Jade, give me a word.
Hair.
Okay. And hair. All right, you may start.
I?
Yes, please, Helio.
Oh my God. I will try, but I don't know if make a sense. Okay.
Okay, that's okay.
I was on beach one day, a beach, when I see the helicopter in the sky, and after I see the shark that he was behind the kid, and suddenly uh, the happened a stormy, Pacific stormy, that the the fall the helicopter, fall the chopper, fall the chopper. And after I see so distant a shark that coming, and when the shark coming, I feel a smile the onion. Yeah. Like I see it.
That's okay. You're doing great. That's great. You're using your words.
It was a dream, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And after I feel I smell like onion, and I take an apple that has into my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and I start to eat to see what happened. And after I see a surfer that was uh, that was that was yelling very, very, very strong, and 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 swim, and he was swimming very fast, and I thought that he was oh my God, uh, he he ha- he tried to survive because he was that he think that have a shark in the sea, in the sea, but don't have. After the helicopter fall, paramedic arrive, and examinate the hair of the victim that that was in the on the beach. And he I paddy, I don't know what it means paddy.
Paddle. Paddle.
Paddle.
Mm-hmm.
Paddle. What it means paddle?
It means to stroke with your hands in the water, to move, as swimming, but he was using an oar. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
And grow on and hope.
Okay. Just say the words. Okay. Well, you both did wonderful with that, and I'm glad that Natalia was able to spend some time with us as well. This brings us to the top of the hour. I want to thank Jade for joining us today, and Helio, you did wonderfully. You did extremely well the second time out, so we do this a lot. The reason we use this vocabulary in this mixed up, crazy way is that when you start to engage in conversation, you want to be able to quickly pick up words and use words in the context of whatever the conversation is. And this gives you an opportunity to practice using words that you're randomly picking out. And in this case, we had 3 different words that did not necessarily relate to the story. And you did magnificently with that. Helio, I'm going to ask you, we're at the top of the hour, for your comments, your final comments for today on today's class. What did you think? You may speak now, Helio.
What I think this class?
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the class?
I think that this class it's very good for me because I needed I needed try to speak English because if I read something but understand something but speak for me it's very difficult, and I think that you help me so much to try to speak, at least if I speak wrong, but try speaking and do put new words to me. I love it.
Good, and that's exactly right. Lots of times the language learner can read something and they can completely understand something, but actually talking about that is something totally different. So what I give you is something very easy to read and something very easy to talk about, because once you can start talking about something that's easy, if you know the content of something that is difficult, once you know how to find the words and put the words in order, you'll be able to talk about something that is difficult as well. Jade, could I get the final words from you about today's class? What did you think of today's session?
First of all, thank you very much for your wonderful teaching today.
Okay.
Secondly, I like your couch behind you. Oh, flowers, so beautiful.
Thank you. I love it too. Thank you.
So
Okay.
I hope I gonna take more class with you again.
Okay, great. I would like to invite both of you to click the follow me link. Then you will know every day, every time that I'm teaching a class. I do have a session, coaching session following this one immediately. So in 2 minutes from now, if you'd like to join me in my next session, I would be happy to have you. Thank you both for joining me today, and I enjoyed the coaching session. Bye for now.
Bye bye.